All right, Dolphins fans, let's just be real here. Like, let's just have a serious conversation. I can't even troll. I can't even troll you guys today, guys. We got to have a serious conversation, right? I got the Bama gear on. So Tua's my boy. Tua's my guy, right? I wish he was on another team. I wish he wasn't on the Miami Dolphins. Tua is my guy, but because he's on the Dolphins, Tua's my guy, man. When the game's over, but he's my enemy, right? Tua for the most part he's the AFC East enemy. So trust me, guys, Dolphins fans, I've been watching Tua a lot longer than a lot of you guys. I've been watching Tua since high school, since he was playing at St. Louis, right? And he took them to a state championship, right? Obviously Alabama watched him for all 3 years here. And I can tell you this right now, pre-injury in 2019, Tua had a much stronger arm. Tua had more command. Tua seemed a lot more confident. The precision was there and the anticipation was there, but the power that he generated, and I would even say his mobility was way better in college compared to what he is now in the pros. And I think that's because of the injuries that he has accumulated all throughout his career. Tua, I'm not going to sit up here and say is a backup, right? That's what a lot of you Dolphins fans will say. Hell, that's what a lot of, let's be honest, Bills fans have been saying about Tua for years. Tua is a 32-team starter, right? There are 32 teams in this league. I don't think that there are, I think he's a 32-team starter, right? Anything else as far as being a quality backup type guy and stuff like that, I know. This dude could start for This dude is the 32-team starter. And that's the difference, guys. People need to learn to differentiate, to pretty much, they need to learn the difference between a franchise quarterback and a 32-team starter, right? Tua, if you put him in the right place, the right system, and surround him with the right talent, I mean, Tua can put up the stats. Look at the stats: 4,400 yards, 28 touchdowns, right? Top 5 in accuracy, right? I think top 5 in QBR, top 5 in quarterback rating. Like, that's Tua Tagovailoa, and he could be an effective and efficient passer. But he is not a franchise quarterback. He is not a playmaker. When shit breaks down, Tua Tagovailoa panics. Like, you've seen a lot of the throws today against the Kansas City Chiefs behind the line of scrimmage, throwing it quickly to the flat when there was no pressure. A lot of the timing and a lot of the timing / anticipatory throws were just off. And even playing in the elements, which, let's be honest, has been a criticism, right? I've been criticizing Tua. I'm like, if Tua plays in these elements the way that he is now, if this was pre-injury, I'm confident that Tua can excel in any sort of element, an elemental degree. But after all the injuries that he's accumulated all through college, including almost breaking that hip socket, no, you put him in the elements, he's going to struggle. And people will say, well, Tua played well against the Buffalo Bills. People forget he went 17 for 33. Again, he had 240 yards and 3 touchdowns, had a pretty solid game. But let's be honest here. A lot of those throws were for the most part anticipatory, and for the most part it was timing. It was all timing based. Hell, I remember that touchdown to Jalen Waddle. Tua Tagovailoa underthrew that ball by 10 yards, and Jalen Waddle was wide open right behind the defense. He underthrew it by 10 yards. Hell, the deep ball he had against Tyreek Hill, he underthrew that ball easily by 10 yards. Tyreek Hill had 10 yards of separation, where you got to hit that dude in stride. And again, he played in, I guess, a little bit more heavy wind, so I think we can give Tua this excuse for now. But this has been all season long, where Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, speedy receivers, have to keep coming back for the ball. It's rare that Tua hits these guys in stride. They always have to slow down for the ball every single time. And again, I blame that on the injuries. I'm not saying that Tua doesn't have the talent. Tua had the talent. Go back and look at his 2017 tape. Go back and look at it. Look at the strength and the velocity he was able to put on a lot of his a lot of his throws. Look at the Vanderbilt game when he had to come in and he had to make some wild Josh Allen type throws through 2-3 defenders. Probably throws that any other quarterback shouldn't be making, but Tua was able to make these throws. He made it all. Look at the college year. Look at the 2017 tape. and tell me that quarterback from 2017 is way different compared to the quarterback that we see now from Tua. So this is I mean, guys, Dolphins fans, you I know you all want to have hope, and you all want to have you want to take a look at the statistics, right? You're going to be hyped up for next year and saying, you know what, Mike McDaniel, Tua had a phenomenal year. Tua finally was healthy. We're gonna be a lot better at 24. No, you're not. You're not. What you see from Tua is exactly what you're getting. Now, you can draft some more speed. I know there's been a lot of people that were even tweeting, hey, we need faster receivers, even though you literally have the fastest team in football. You have the fastest offense in football. But let's say you do get more speed. You draft more receivers. It's still the same base offense. It's still the same anticipatory / timing-based offense. And Tua, for the most part, it's a lot of it's just anticipation. So it is what it is, guys. I mean, what you see from Tua is exactly what you're going to get. Yes, he can give you nice stats. Yes, he can get you to the playoffs. Yes, he can get you wins. But he needs everything around him to be right. And he needs everything to be right in order for the Miami Dolphins to succeed. When shit goes south, when shit goes sideways, can he get you through the tough times? You saw today in this game, Patrick Mahomes, when things broke down, what happened? He used his legs. Last week, when Josh Allen, when shit went sideways and he kept making all those turnovers, what happened? Josh Allen willed his team to the victory. Why? Because when shit went south, he used his athleticism. He used the tools, the God-given tools that they gave to Josh Allen, that God gave to Josh Allen, and he used that on the football field to beat the Miami Dolphins. He made the plays necessary with his legs. And even other quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud. Look what C.J. Stroud did today, and look at what he's been doing all season long. Going through his progressions extremely quickly, not panicking in the pocket, always willing to take tough hits. But look at the accuracy. It's not all on timing. This dude is throwing receivers open. He's throwing receivers open. He's leading them on. When he ever throws a deep ball, let's be honest here, guys. When C.J. Stroud throws a deep ball, is the majority of his deep balls underthrown passes, or is he hitting these guys in stride? Like, look what he's doing to the second to third level type throws. And tell me that C.J. Stroud's not better than Tua Tagovailoa, because he is. And this is a first-year rookie quarterback. So you guys really need to think about what you're going to do with Tua. And I'm not trying to troll up here. Listen, you guys can see it. I've been watching Tua since high school. I've been watching him since high school. I know the difference from that Tua compared to this Tua. And yes, this Tua is a little bit more, this Tua more experienced, obviously, for obvious reasons. But he is not as talented as he used to be, and I think that's a cause of injuries. And Dolphins fans, you guys really need to consider potentially drafting a quarterback. Because I'm telling you, if you pick up that fifth-year option and he puts up similar stats, and if you want to, or let's say you want to pay him $40 million per year, you are screwed. Because I hoped and prayed that y'all won today. Seriously. No trolling BS or nothing. I hoped and prayed that y'all won. Because I know that even if we played you guys a third time, y'all are the easier matchup for us, even with Jalen Waddle back in the lineup. Y'all are the easier lineup. Because we know Tua Tagovailoa's deficiencies. We know if shit goes sideways, the play is damn near over. It is screwed. Tua is the easier matchup. Whenever Tua Tagovailoa plays the Buffalo Bills, I don't panic. I don't panic. I don't sit up here and say, oh, this quarterback's going to carve us up. I never panic. And if he does carve us up, then that's good to him. But this is the one quarterback that doesn't scare me. Patrick Mahomes scares me. C.J. Stroud, I can definitely tell you, out of all the quarterbacks this year, C.J. Stroud's the quarterback that scares me to death. I'm not even really, like I said, Lamar Jackson can scare me. But C.J. Stroud, that dude scares me to death out of all the quarterbacks in this conference. And that includes Lamar Jackson. But Tua Tagovailoa is the one guy out of all these dudes in the playoff, well, including Mason Rudolph, that I just was not afraid of. I had more fear for Joe Flacco. I'm serious. I have more fear for Joe Flacco if we would have played the Cleveland Browns because of their defense, because they don't need Joe Flacco to be that guy, because their defense can take care of the work. But Tua Tagovailoa was the one quarterback, guys, where I simply wasn't afraid of. I was hoping and praying that the Dolphins won tonight so that we can get you guys at home, so that we can be in the similar elements and we can go out there and still beat you guys for a third time. But it is what it is, guys. Your season's over. And listen, I don't think you guys should pay him. I think, again, if you want to pick up that fifth-year option and give him a shot, go ahead. If you want to pay him $40 million, oh, that's fine by me. Because let me tell you right now, I'll play. If I have to play Tua for the next decade, that's totally fine by me. Totally fine by me. That's more wins for the Buffalo Bills. But if I was you guys, I would try to do my best to get rid of Tua Tagovailoa and look for the future. At least make him a quality backup or something. Maybe you want to pick up the fifth year, and make him a quality backup. Or maybe get prepared for the future by making him the starter next year, but let's say having a Jaden Daniels or somebody else back there. Because Tua, guys, is not the future. And if you want to force that dude to be the future of your franchise, you are screwed for the next decade. You're screwed. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. But yeah, your Dolphins, your season's over. And good luck to you guys next season.